know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fu.
And I'm Jay.
And I'm Main One. And we are Unplugged, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives on an array of topics and world news from an unfiltered, unbiased, and unplugged point of view. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. As you come in, please announce where you're coming from. We do a little quick roll call. This is something we started doing. And we have a friend of the show, Kimoni. He's back with us. We're gonna chop up some topics and share some of his perspectives and some things that he got going on. So let's get going, guys.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention. For everybody out there, make sure y'all sharing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, before we say one word. Give me a second. The views and opinions expressed on Unplugged Free Your Mind are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy of Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and any other social media site. Any content provided by our bloggers or authors are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, medical institution, or anyone or anything. Saying that throughout the show because we know how y'all get down. These are our opinions. So get out your damn feelings. All right, now we can go ahead and officially start the show. My man Kimoni is on, and I asked him to come on so he can educate us on a few things. Oh shit! Oh man!
I need one of those, yo.
Oh man! He gonna educate
Hey,
us.
I'm gonna go out and come back in, man. Hold on.
You know, I'm kind of glad he did that. And here's the reason why. There are people out here who really get mad over that. Like, they getting mad over Let's Go Brandon. How you getting mad over somebody saying Let's Go Brandon? It's not about what it means. Because my thing with that is, people are saying Let's Go Brandon, you take offense. But y'all were the same people that was saying, y'all know I don't say his name. I don't say his name. So pretty much was saying fuck 45.
I say it. All you gotta do is look at the flag hanging outside my house. Bro, listen, I go against the grain, dog. I'm gonna be 100, man. Like, our people, I'm probably loud as hell. Our people were just as naive, man. They did the same number they doing on us with this vaccine and this COVID stuff is the same number they did on us with 45, bro. And you got people that just still don't believe it. That dude did more for black people than he did his own people. And here's how cold the media is, bro. Joe Biden done said the word nigga in live Senate hearings, bro. Live Senate hearings to the point where he was like, he's talking about the mayor of DC. He said, we already got a nigger mayor up here. We don't need another nigger big shot walking around Washington. He delivered the eulogy at the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan's funeral, bro. He called black men super predators. He created the most incarcerating legislation in the history of this planet, bro, directly affecting black people. But the media, that goddamn media monster, bro, is so cold that they will make you hate the motherfucker who brought black unemployment to the lowest it's ever been. Black-owned businesses to the highest it's ever been, gave permanent funding to HBCUs, repealed the 3 strikes law that Joe Biden put in there, and made it easier for nonviolent felons to get out of prison. Released thousands of them. They never said nothing about that. Not to mention the fact that he went after sex traffickers. Not only did he go after them, he made sex trafficking a national emergency, bro, which allocated all 5 branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the Coast Guard, allocated all forces to stopping sex trafficking, bro. What? No one can give me a reason to hate this guy. Nobody. This man stood alongside. He stood alongside. Now I'm 48 years old. I remember when every nigga wanted to be Trump. I remember when Trump was every black man's hero. I remember when he was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and every other show that black people was on. I remember when he used to party with Rick James and Mike Tyson and Eddie Murphy and all of these guys. But as soon as he ran for president and went after the real devils, the devils turned against him, bro. And they turned us against him. And to this day, nobody can find one racist thing Trump has ever said. Ever. This man got an award from. Now I don't support the NAACP at all, but he got an award from the NAACP right next to Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali for a suburb that he built that didn't discriminate against black people, that allowed black people to move into those suburbs of New York, Long Island. What reason do we have to hate him, bro? I'm still waiting on that reason, bro. This man rescued hundreds of thousands of babies, bro, from underground fucking cities in New York and everywhere else. This whole Epstein thing, the only reason this trial came out is because Trump sent them people after him and watched the deck of cards fall. What reason do we have to hate this dude? I know the show ain't about that today, bro, but I want my people to be woke about politics, about who they really are, not being no damn African Americans, about this goddamn COVID shot, about everything, bro. If we gonna wake up, let's wake up to all of this shit. Because the media told you no truth.
Right. And that's how you know how powerful the media is. And that's what we try to expose, here on our show and other platforms. Just try to expose the hypocrisy of the media and how, we know that the media is bought and paid for by, these specific companies, these pharmaceutical companies, especially these pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, only thing you probably can say is we ain't getting mean tweets no more. That's about it.
Yeah, and gas sky hot, bro. I drop a diesel. Who done seen my truck? I got a 350 dually, bro. It takes me $130 to fill my damn truck up, man. $130. Nigga, let me tell you something. He could go up on stage. Trump could have went on stage with a Ku Klux Klan hood on and said, "I'm gonna make shit good for you niggas." And I'd have been like, "You got my vote. You got my vote." Look how Obama razzled and dazzled us, bro. Before Obama got in the office, we had gays and lesbians. Remember those days? Before they got a third of the goddamn alphabet. Obama made that shit happen, bro. Obama made it happen. And the Democrats, man, have had our loyalty for years for nothing. Why? Because black people like free money. Ain't nothing free. That shit costs you your dignity, man.
Since the 60s, bro.
Since the
60s, we've been singing the same tune. Vote blue, no matter who.
Well,
and you know what? and you know what the crazy thing is? Who the original Republicans were, the original conservatives were black people, bro. We used to have conservative values. Remember, bro, if you look up Archie Bunker, All in the Family, I'm showing my age again. There's an episode of Archie Bunker when Archie literally says on live television, "There's no such thing as a colored faggot." And his son-in-law, Meathead, was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, there's no such thing as a colored faggot. You don't believe me? Walk up to any black guy and ask him, 'Are you a faggot?'" He said, "Your tonsils will be wearing your mustache." Dude, there was literally We were the conservative ones, bro. We were the ones that had the mothers and the fathers in the house. We were the ones that didn't play that gay shit. We were the conservatives. The liberals were the ones. Hell, the liberals were the ones that wanted slavery. How do we switch over to them?
Well, the welfare system came into play.
And Republicans the whole time were trying to tell us that's destroying the black family, but we didn't want to hear that shit because we want free money. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to have to hide my brother's dad's shoes because the fucking inspector was coming through to make sure there wasn't no trace of a man in that house.
Yo, like I'll say about 8 years ago, I used to work at the newspaper, and in the press room, you had people making minimum wage or whatever, right? So
Right.
they was coming through and they wanted to give them a raise, and all of them protest. They was like, no, because if you give us a raise, it's gonna raise my income. I'm not gonna be able to keep my phone. I'm not gonna be able to keep my food stamps. And I was looking like, damn,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
most of us want to stay stuck to the system because we depended on it. So,
Bro, that started off when they first got over here. Me, you, and Foop were hunting for buffalo, and Sis J was waiting for us to bring it back so they could cut it up and make clothes out of everything that we didn't eat, and we hunted our own shit. So what they do, they come over here with their potted meat and all of this bullshit, and they give you that and kill off your buffalo. Now we ain't gotta, man. You mean tell me we ain't gotta go chase these buffaloes down and this and that and this and that, man? This is easy. This is good. Oh, y'all gonna give us this? This is good. This is good. And the next thing you know, we needing they shit. You know what I'm saying? Those was Democrats that did that. We needed they shit. And the only way out of this is to get totally off the teeth of the government, bro. They mean us no good ever.
the system has. I've been saying this for years. The system has to be a total collapse of the system. We cannot keep trying to assimilate into a system that was not designed for us. It was not designed for us. So why do we keep trying to, i.e., the Matrix, assimilate into the Matrix? Why?
Yeah. You want to hear some real crazy shit, bro? And we're gonna get to the topic of whatever we want to talk about today, man. But y'all got me going now. And can I do this on here? Can I?
Go, man. Go for it.
So the Civil War, bro. It is a historical fact that the South was already prepared to release their slaves, bro. As a matter of fact, a few major slave holders had already released their slaves, including General Lee and what was the president of the South name? I can't think of his name. But they had already freed their slaves. Now, should they have had them in the first place? That's a whole nother story. Let's talk about the fact that the South paid their black soldiers $2 more to fight for them. And the Confederate flag is actually the flag of the last Confederacy of the Native Americans. The Blackfoot, the Cherokees, and two others. I got the actual flag back there. And the reason that the South adopted that flag was to draw a truce between them and the blacks, who were the Native Americans. And they said if they won the war, that they would give blacks everything west of the Mississippi to go start their own shit out there. Bro, this whole thing, like everything they've ever told us, bro. And I got a master's degree. I'm not saying that to brag. I didn't want to get the motherfucker. I had to get it because I was in the government, and you have to go to school to get promoted. But nothing that I've ever learned from kindergarten all the way through that bullshit piece of paper called a master's degree was true, other than basic math. 1 + 1 is 2. You can't lie about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Only thing wrong with that is it's in English. That's the only thing we've ever taught that's been true, bro. And nobody on this live can think of anything that school has ever taught you that has been true. Think about when they first came and took Jay's baby from her 400 years ago and drug her into an indoctrination camp that they now call public schools. They took out. That's when you couldn't graduate unless you picked the name. You had to be, okay, I picked Tom. Okay, I picked Bill. I picked Mary. You had to forget about your native language, and you had to adopt all of their bullshit. Now we fight to send our kids to school. Fight for indoctrination. My great grandma used to say, they ain't learning shit. And we weren't. We won. What we talking about today, fool? I'm sorry.
Nah. This is how. I mean, what you just said is the great segue, because I know the conversations that we've had, and I wanted you to kind of expound on that, and you can even mention your background as far as your ancestors and like the birth certificate thing, and then go into that, and then of course, before you got off, I wanted you to make sure you mentioned the camp. That way, people can know about the camp too. But you know, somebody like me, I've always been into history per se, and then after having a conversation with you, I was like, well, shit. It seems like from what you were saying, the people who are educated with our history, it's just mixed up.
Yeah,
because they're very well versed on that history.
Yeah,
that history. It seems that based on what you said to me, the history that they're brilliant on was basically fed to them,
right,
fed to us, so we can believe that rather than the actual truth.
Right. And I was on a radio show in Atlanta one time, man, with a very pompous ass so-called African American studies professor, man. And at one point, the DJ, the host, had to leave because somebody else that was supposed to be a guest got lost, so he had to go find them in the elevator and all of that stuff. So since the African American studies professor had been on there before, he left the show in his hands. So he starts grilling me, bro, like trying to embarrass me or something. So I ate his ass up, and it wasn't a derogatory. I just walked showed him how his whole degree was a bunch of bullshit. What the fuck is an African American? What the fuck is an African American if we were all here first? You know what I'm saying? This country is probably made up of less than 2% of actual African American. Take this for example, bro, and everybody can pull out their phone and Google this if you want to. Type in elder African or old African, or type in African and click on images, bro, and tell me how much gray hair you see. Their hair don't get gray, bro, because they get sun year round. The reason the Native American hair grows gray is because we only get a sun a few months out of the year. So at a certain age, your body starts to be able to generate less vitamin D, so your hair changes color to pull in more vitamin D from the sun. That's what makes us different. Look at our cheekbone. If you brought two Africans, let's just say, and I don't dislike Africans, bro. I have units from when I was a revolutionary. I still have units in Africa that call me and get advice and stuff like that. I love all people, especially Black people. But we're different. If two long-jawed Somalians came over here, or two bigger forehead Ethiopians, or two round-head Chadanians, or two dark-ass thick Sudanians, if any of them came over here as a couple and made a baby, it wouldn't change their cheekbone. It wouldn't give them longer hair. It wouldn't make their hair gray. And that baby could be 10 years old, and at anybody on here family reunion, and somebody would be like, man, what the fuck about him? Anybody on this live right now, anybody on this broadcast could be at anybody's family reunion, and you would think it was just a cousin you hadn't met yet. But place any African there, and everybody will be able to identify that he's different. And it ain't because of that stupid ass reason or we was raped for. Come on, man, there wasn't that much rape. And I can name 6 women that either shot or stabbed somebody in my lineage. It wasn't that easy, bro. Just because you saw it on TV, it wasn't that easy. It still ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't changed like that. Black women are. Remember, the whole scalping thing that we did, that was our women. That wasn't us, bro. We killed them, and the women went out and scalped them and took their clothes and their personal items and all of that shit. We didn't do that. The women were better with the damn blades than we were. Because when we went and caught a buffalo, we cleaned it where we killed it at. You know what I'm saying? We cleaned the insides out, but we carried the whole thing back and gave it to the woman. The woman was the one that cut all the fur off and took the bones and, crushed them into powder and made necklaces and stuff like that. We didn't do that shit. So they were the same one scalper. History, all history is a lie. All of it. Each and every damn World War II. wasn't even about it wasn't about Hitler trying to kill Jews. It was Hitler trying to stop America from replacing the real God's jewels with them big nose ass from big nose hunkies from the Kazakhstan mountains. That's it. That's all it was about. Hitler even said, and I got blocked on Facebook for this for 30 days. I said, quote, the United States will never lose the Olympics because they have custody of God's jewels. Adolf Hitler, 1946. They blocked me for 30 days, fam. But I can take up a whole screen with the word nigga, kill a nigga, kill a bitch, kill a any of that. Anytime you put that truth out there, bro, they gonna try to censor you for it.
Yeah.
If we ever came to the senses of who we really are, people say, "Oh, the world imitates the black man." Let's be specific, bro. The world imitates the Native American black man. They don't wear afros. Afros is our shit. They're not wearing afros in Africa. They mocking us. If we do hip hop, they want to do hip hop. We wear afros, bro. It's people over in China putting chemicals in their hair and picking it out to have afros. The entire world imitates the Native North American. So if you got custody of the Native North American, then you have custody of the trends around the world, which is why this fag shit is jumping off all around the world, because they're trying to defeminize the black man here in America. Everything we do is cool. So being a fag must be the cool thing to be now. Excuse me, if I'm offending somebody with the fag word, I was born in 73. They wasn't motherfuckers with alternate lifestyles back then. It was fag. So I'm who I am, and I'm not changing. So.
Hey, that's why we're unplugged, man.
I feel it, and I feel the same way. Like I hate it when like people, well, we 70s babies.
Right.
Everybody gets so offended now of everything.
Right.
Are you fucking serious?
Right.
It's the same shit with well, y'all call each other the N word. Well, y'all call each other that word.
Yeah.
Right.
It started with this bullying shit, bro. Like when did bullying become a national motherfucking like? Dude, you know what I mean? I mean, motherfuckers try to take my lunch money.
I don't know. I know what they say bullying is now.
Yeah.
My idea of bullying from our generation is when you got multiple motherfuckers getting ready to fuck you up. That's bullying to me. Is when it's not one-on-one and words. Get the fuck out of it. That's fucking shit.
It's too many.
Bullying different things.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like
we got a generation. We got a generation of weak-minded. It's a weak-minded generation. It's like, you know, they don't know how to face adversity, and the moment they face adversity, they break or they fold. You know what I'm saying? We actually went through some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's by design, bro. When I came in the army in '93, now what was popular in '93? You had Jews, you had pop brothers were still wearing like the bubble jackets, cross colors, shit like that. When I came in the army, man, I remember getting my ass beat by my sergeant. You know what I'm saying? I remember whooping my ass because I had a mouth on me. He took me out. I'm not gonna take no money out your pocket and take you out this wood line and whoop your ass. And he took me out that wood line and whooped my ass. 10 years later, I was taking private out in the wood line and whooping their ass because I didn't want to send them home and take money out of their wife's pocket and food off their kids' table. As I was starting to get out, bro, once I became a drill sergeant, they had changed the shit to where a private could hold up a card, bro, a stress card. If you're stressing him, then you have to stop doing whatever it is you're doing to him. Like if you're making him do push-ups, that motherfucker hold up that card and you have to back up off of it. And all of these policies, man, were Democrat policies because Clinton started, before Clinton, they were literally, and you can pull this up, look up killings on Fort Campbell. If they thought you were a gay in the army, motherfuckers would kill you, bro. Like other soldiers would kill you. That's how like macho the army was. And I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not condoning. I'm just telling y'all what I saw in my 20-year tenure. So Clinton gets in, and y'all remember Don't Ask, Don't Tell, right? It was a big deal. Yeah, you can be gay, but I can't ask you if you're gay, and you can't tell me if you're gay. If you do, you get put out. If I ask, I get put out. Don't ask, don't tell. You can be gay. So you still had to dress like a man. You still had to stand straight up. So Barack gets in. Barack repeals Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So now, basically, you can be a woman, bro. You can get off work and put on a whole woman's outfit. You can act like a sissy on duty. That whole thing. The crazy thing is, under the Democrats, the military will now pay for your sex change. The military will pay. I know brothers that got blown up, bro, and can't get back surgery, can't get knee surgery. You know what I'm saying? Because the VA so messed up. But they will pay for your sex change. All of this gay shit is by design. All of this feminization is by design, bro. Putting soy in everything and all of that. Ain't nothing. Everything's got soy in it now. And we act like it. We act like I was doing a men's camp. I was doing a men's camp last year, and I had a sister that bought a men's camp ticket for her husband for his birthday. Now, she called me like 3 days before the camp and was like, "Hey, brother Kimoni, my husband ain't gonna be coming to the camp. We just had an hour-long argument on how he don't need no man to teach him how to be a man." I said, "What?" I was like, "Sis, is he there?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can you put him on? Give him the phone." I said, "Bro, listen, I wasn't gonna get you down here to Georgia, man, and tell you to stand up for me, because you should already know that. I was gonna get you down here to teach you how to read a fucking map, land navigate, use terrain association to figure out where you are, just in case your GPS dies, to tell time by the sun, shoot guns, and that kind of shit. How to survive and keep your family alive. But the fact that you just argued with a fucking woman, bro, about anything for 1 fucking hour tells me you need more than that. I hung up on this motherfucker. Like, that's, men are sensitive. Men argue with women now. All kinds of shit. Now, I'm not gonna say that smacking a woman just started happening, because that was happening when I was a kid. That's been going on for a while. But arguing with a woman, I hear that all the time, bro. How dudes will sit up and argue for hours with a woman. When I was a kid, bro, and even me, if I'm in a disagreement with my woman, we gonna talk about this shit 5-10 minutes. We can't figure it out. Hey, this shit we're gonna have to ride. It's gonna have to ride. I'm done talking about this shit. But that ain't us no more, man. When I came home after 20 years of being in the Middle East and the whole world, I left in 93, came back in 2013 pretty much. And motherfuckers was wearing skinny jeans, and I'm seeing on what is that, hip hop, what was that thing that used to have all the crazy shit on it? You know that little thing? We used to have all the people used to upload all the crazy street fights and all of that stuff on it. World Star. I'm seeing dudes jumping a girl, bro. Like, dudes jumping girls. Like, the apple bottom niggas wearing apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Like, it's like the whole shit was upside down, bro. Like, what the hell happened in 20 years? And I guess if you're here for every year of that 20 years, you don't really, because you're living with it every day. But to go somewhere and come back 20 years later, like, what the hell is going on? Like what happened? But they did. It's all deliberate, bro. Every star in Hollywood just about is gay. Your favorite rapper is gay. They're all gay, bro. And it's all been part of this whole big agenda to effeminize us, bro. And it's sickening, because we're falling for it, like we fall for everything else. There shouldn't be a black person in this country that takes that shot, knowing what these motherfuckers did to us with the mumps, measles, Tuskegee experiments. It's some niggas that live in the city where they did the Tuskegee experiments getting the jab. Like, what? Like, nigga, that was your uncle, wasn't it?
And the fact that you said that is, had it not been for a whistleblower, that shit probably still would have been going on.
Yep.
They did it for 40 years.
Yep.
Imagine that. 40 fucking
Yep.
years.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Bruh.
Ain't no telling, bro. The thing, like Planned Parenthood, when I was a kid, if you got the itch or the clap or whatever the hell, we couldn't go to no doctors. You had to go to the Planned Parenthood type shit. Bro, it ain't no telling what they were shooting up in us. It ain't telling, because they only in black neighborhoods, really. Ain't no telling what they giving black people, bro. No telling.
Who's the founder of Planned Parenthood?
The devil herself.
Margaret Sanger. And
Yeah, the one that said that we need to be exterminated like roaches or some shit.
Right. And you know who you know Hillary Clinton said that's her hero.
Yeah.
And motherfucker was caping to vote for her in 2016. It was like, hold up.
Yeah.
Do y'all realize who her hero is? Now, I mean, you can't disassociate, because if I look up to somebody, then I kind of align with their ideals, right? So how can you disassociate her from that? You can't.
Right.
Just like you can't disassociate Biden from the Ku Klux Klan guy.
Right.
What his name was, I forget his name.
Yeah.
But anyway, how you can't disassociate the two.
That's like saying, bro, I fucks with dude everything except for the fact that he fucked babies.
Right.
Like what? Like you like it's like you said, bro. You have to, if you look up to somebody, you admire what they do and how they do it mostly. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like that person. Mm-hmm. Bro, they put the same whammy on us with Joe Biden. We don't listen, bro. We don't listen. Black people are the most emotional goddamn people on this planet, and we do everything based off of emotion and not logic, bro.
But this is, and I've been saying this too. This is how you know we don't fuck with each other like that for real, because they how quick they would say what they were saying. Well, he's allowed to change, and we've forgiven him, but you won't even forgive your man for shorting you on or messing up a t-shirt order, or and you won't forgive your man for that, but you forgive this dude for all the transgressions he done had.
I know, niggas, man. You should have seen, man. I went off last year. It wasn't this year; it was last year, man. Mother's Day, man. I went in on cats, bro. It was dudes talking about all mothers don't need to be celebrated for Mother's Day. Oh, some mothers were toxic. Now, bro, you know how much of a, excuse my language, sis. You know how much of a bitch you sound like using the word toxic, bro. First of all, we didn't even use that word till they gave it to us to use to put in front of toxic masculinity. But to call a mother, nobody knows what the black woman goes through to raise a child. My mama raised 8 of us by herself. You know what I'm saying? Did we like everything she fucking did? No, but she did her best. So for your 30-year-old ass to be talking about your mama was toxic, bro, get over it. Get over it. Go get some therapy or something, nigga. Like it. Yeah,
you were talking about. I like where you were going with the history, with the education, because everybody needs to get this book.
What is it?
Lies My Teacher Told Me.
I'm thinking, does it come in editions?
It may come in edition. This is a revised version of it.
Bro, that should be an encyclopedia,
bro. And this one right here.
It's a day of what, bro?
Day of Deceit.
Day of Deceit. Yeah.
It's called Pearl Harbor. So, like you were saying, every war that we have ever been in was based off of a lie. Every single one.
Yeah. Bro, the winner writes the history, bro.
Yep.
Hitler, Jesse Owens, before he died, man, on his deathbed, he did an interview and they blocked it. I put it on Facebook a few times. He said that they signed him to a secrecy affirmation. I remember I used to be food know what I used to be before I retired. I went from Army to something else. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it on here. Now, they signed him to a secrecy affirmation statement, right? Saying that he couldn't talk about his experiences over in Germany. If you watch the movie, Hitler gets up and walks out because Jesse Owens won because he didn't want a nigga winning. That's not the case, bro. Hitler had dinner with Jesse Owens twice. Jesse Owens had to change hotels through, and I was in Germany. I can support this. Jesse Owens had to change hotels 3 times because the German women kept finding out where he was and he couldn't get no sleep. So his manager kept changing, kept making him change hotels. That's how much they love black people over there. My grandfather was over there and said that they used to go to club, like bars over there sometimes, and be welcomed with open arms, to the point that the white soldiers would get mad and they end up fighting their own fucking soldiers, because back here everything was segregated, but over there the Native American was a superstar over there. So they couldn't, yeah. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, man, you good?
Somebody tried to call, man. So I'm gonna go out and come back in. Every time somebody try to call my phone, janky like this. Give me a second.
Fool, we need the disclaimer.
Yeah, absolutely. That was interesting information.
Give me 1 second. Hold up.
If somebody it gets low on my side. Like,
Yeah, we heard it.
let's talk about something, man. I don't want to get jacket about it.
Hold up. I gotta do the disclaimer again.
Yes.
Wow, I said something?
No.
Nah, the thing about it is, we like to say it multiple times.
Yeah.
Because bottom line is, we know we said it from the very beginning before we talk about a topic.
Right.
So we want to make sure we keep doing it, because if we're expressing our opinions,
right,
there ain't nothing they can say.
Okay, well, I'm gonna step out while y'all do that real quick. I gotta do something.
Sure.
All right. The views and opinions expressed on Unplugged Free Your Mind are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the policy, the official policy or position of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Any content provided by our bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, medical institution, or anyone or anything.
Did we cover everything?
Say that again?
I said, did we cover everything?
Probably not. So they're gonna hit us with something we ain't cover.
Well, you know what? Technology says that definitely, they have something that listens for keywords and key things, or they have some type of, algorithm that's, listening, artificial intelligence that can say, okay, certain things can't be said and in certain combinations. So, I think you're doing the right thing. It's best to be safe than to be.
And
it's best to be safe than to be shut down like we were last week.
And it's a damn shame you got to do that. We got to do this, but you can't scroll down Facebook without seeing some shit that you probably shouldn't be seeing. And it's like I know I done reported like I see like male enhancement shit and sexual content, stuff like that, just scrolling down that one, and I report it and like inappropriate, and then it'll keep popping up, and I'm like, yo, where the censorship that's supposed to be going on?
I thought those were things based on how you do certain searches.
No, how they do? No, how? Oh, really? That's how.
They're algorithms for ads.
No,
that's what I thought. I don't know.
No, they go by age group. So they go by if you're in a certain age bracket, they market that stuff to you. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Both of them.
No, I'm just teasing. But you know what? We have to play it safe, because at the end of the day, we have a very various wide audience. So we don't want to be offensive one way or the other.
No.
A wide audience, you said?
Well, we got a lot of different people that listen, I'm sure.
That's not to be offensive. That's to cover our ass with the big brother. I don't give a fuck what a person feels about what I say. What's wrong?
You made that quite clear.
Damn right. I've been saying this for a very long time. Everybody wants honesty, but everyone can't handle the truth.
That is correct.
Period. And when more people kind of accept that, we can move forward. Don't ask me to tell the truth as soon as I said you want to catch feelings. Fuck out of here. Yours one or the other. Damn that.
You're right, truth does offend everyone.
Hey, Kimoni, your boy, I was telling Pooh earlier that y'all boys said relatives should require each other to show evidence that they were vaccinated together for the holidays.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. How you call him my boy?
Hey, hey, man, hey, man, this
Bro,
guy's so famous, man. I
I
mean,
stood in line for 2 hours to vote for Trump. 2 hours and wasn't getting out. I wanted to put my vote in there, bro. I knew it wasn't gonna matter because I knew they was gonna steal this election, bro. Trying to put the screws to him. All of that shit with Hunter Biden's laptop and all that shit, bro. That's just China fucking around. Like, yeah, we release his shit. Who else shit you think we have the ability to release, bro? China told the Democrats, y'all better win the motherfucking election by any means necessary, because Trump was coming after him, bro. Trump was already breaking them with the trade agreement. He was killing them on the trade agreements. So
and guess what you don't hear, what you didn't hear about. You may have heard the story maybe here and there, like fly by night, and then automatic, then the next day they changed the subject on that Hunter Biden. I think I may have seen CNN say something one time about Hunter Biden, and then it was a real quick second, and then it was gone because
they don't talk about that, bro. That dude, that I saw some disgusting, bro. I've seen some shit. It's probably gonna get y'all blocked. You want me to say it? Say what I saw. Say what I saw. Say what I saw.
What you saw? Allegedly. We gonna say allegedly.
I'm gonna tell y'all what the fuck I saw with my own 2 eyes. Now it may allegedly be, it may be Photoshop. Let's just say it could be Photoshop,
okay,
bro. But it wasn't, because it went out. It also went out to the Harlem, one of the districts of Harlem, that the anonymous sent this video to the police department in Harlem, where the Clinton's house is. But Hillary Clinton, it's a video with Hillary Clinton and her goddamn assistant, Uma, whatever the hell her name is, Uma Thurman or whatever her name is. It's not Uma Thurman. It was Anthony Weiner, Anthony Weiner's wife. Remember, Anthony Weiner got a divorce. Yeah. So it was Anthony Weiner's wife. Both of them in the video, bro. Now with goddamn, man. All right, with adrenochrome, right? Adrenochrome it can only be got from children. Now, these children have to be scared to get their blood pressure up, because the higher the blood pressure is, the more youthful a person, the more youthful the blood is, pretty much. Energetic, youthful. So what they do is they torture these kids. Now, this video of Hillary Clinton torturing this child, bro, they had cut the child's skin off her face and was wearing the face, dancing in front of the child while the child was still alive, man.
What?
The child just screaming. This video was anonymously sent. Now, when you work for the government, everybody has an email address. It might be Officer Fu at nypd.net, but everybody has to have some, because it's how you contact, it's how they send out alert messages for everybody to be on the same page. This video sent to the police department that the Clintons had their Harlem house in, and they were demanding that something be done, bro, and they were told never to speak of the shit.
Now the crazy thing about that, and I'm gonna ask Jay, since you up there. Were you up there when the shit happened with Anthony Weiner? Have you been up there that long?
What happened to him?
And you wasn't. If you don't remember, then it's the thing.
Maybe I just don't remember the name.
Anthony Weiner was all over the news. He was all over the news when everything went down. They made sure they tarnished that man's name so he could never hold political office again or anything like that.
Yep.
Anthony Weiner wasn't like the top senator, the top congressman, or anything like that. There was no need to put his name out there like that. And the main reason why they had to do that, they had to do whatever they had to do to get that goddamn laptop he had. Because that laptop.
What did they say he do to shut him down? Was he messing around with some girls or something?
He was sending dick pics.
I was here. Yeah, I remember that guy.
It was dick pics to minors, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll sure enough get you shut down now.
yeah, but see, that's the whole thing.
The crazy thing is they're all sending dick pics to minors.
Yes.
They just determine who they want to get in trouble about sending dick pics to minors.
Wow. Okay.
The shit is like the shit is deep, and like I posted that video. I know Jermaine and Kimoni know exactly what I'm talking about. The white dude that was breaking the shit down about how the Romans, whenever shit would go down, they would automatically start they want to do shit at the Coliseum or whatever. That's exactly what they do with us. I don't know anybody who knows sports that's around our age will know. When you start talking about baseball, football, basketball, and hockey, there was a slight break in between each sport back in the day. It was like maybe like a month or something like that. Now that shit runs consecutive. They doing their best to keep your ass occupied as much as possible. So you ain't. So your mind is somewhere else while they doing this shit they doing.
They call it the Roman circus.
This is the shit that we deal with. Now, mind you, you got sports, you got award shows, you got shit going viral, you got mass shootings. It's always fucking something. That shit is crazy. And then somebody like us, we wondering, wait a minute, hold on, how the fuck did that shit just happen? I wonder what's going on behind the scenes now. But the average person don't think like that because they're distracted, because most people are stuck like this. I'm not going to say that I'm not on my phone also, but I do my best to use my phone to find shit out.
Bro, some people, if you use your smartphone to get smarter, then you're good. But some people, bro, the smartphone is dumb. Bro, I know people that can't remember, don't have a phone number memorized. Phone number. Remember when we were kids, bro? You had to remember your auntie's number, your grandmama number, your mama number. You had to remember all these numbers by heart. Bro, the smartphone makes us dumber, bro. I can probably remember 4 numbers, bro.
I'm with you.
But I can still remember my grandmother's number from 20 fucking years ago.
You said that. I got the 201-399-8581. That was the house number. And 399-4422 was my number upstairs.
Yeah.
So
There
I
you go.
that shit.
There you go. Man.
See, the problem is the average person, all they want to do is just live.
Yeah.
They don't, because knowing a lot of the information that a lot of us are privy to, that we search and seek out, knowing that requires a responsibility to share that information to others to get that information out. Most people don't want that responsibility or even care to have that responsibility. They just want to live. They want to go to their job. They want to, make their money and just move along. And i.e. the Matrix, like you see all these people in the Matrix just moving along. But
bro, you think it's something now? Wait till Meta comes out.
Man, this day and age, man, you can't just be sitting here just not seeking information, man.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get left behind. And just like in the Matrix, who did the agents take over? They took over the weak-minded people.
Yeah.
The people they couldn't take over nobody who was strong-minded and was free, a free thinker.
Bro, nobody really wants to put that time in, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, I've been going down this rabbit hole, man. I was a brainwashed. When I tell you, I was a company man, bro. When I worked for the government, I was a company man, bro. I was trying to be the baddest motherfucker that did the job that I did because I'm brainwashed. Thought I was, defending freedom and all of that bullshit. So when I retired, my awakening came in 2014. And bro, I've been running down the rabbit hole since then. 7 years ago? I've been running down the rabbit hole, and I ain't nowhere. The rabbit hole goes deep, and people are scared of that rabbit hole, bro. Because it's consuming.
Yeah.
It's consuming, and it's you. What it makes you do, the further you go down that rabbit hole, the further you are away from everybody else. And some people want to stay up here. Some people want to stay where it's comfortable with everybody else and common ideas and and oh, I still eat pork shit. Me too. That bacon good. You know, everybody wants to. They don't want to separate themselves from everybody else. You go down that road, bro. You realize just how brainwashed your ex. I broke up with a woman, bro, of 8 years that I was with. You know what I'm saying? Just because I kept going down the rabbit hole, and she wanted to stay up because going down that rabbit hole bothered her energy. And it will affect your energy if you can't control your energy. I try to remain upbeat all the time and all of that, bro. But when you know some shit, you know some shit. And people think that, you know, to be a zombie, you gotta be walking around all pale, like, that shit. No, bro. Zombies go to the grocery store. Zombies go to haircuts. Zombies are in the mall. Zombies driving cars. A zombie is somebody that is not in control of their own brain, bro. And if you take Delta and Omicron and do, what do you call that little shit when you take letters from it, like a mono something? Yep. If you take the words Delta and Omicron and rearrange the letters, it says media control. There are no fucking coincidences.
That's right.
There are no coincidences, man. People are we're amongst the walking dead right now, especially if you done took the if you done, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny about that, and not saying everybody that has, but most people that you talk to that have taken it, they find ways to. It's like they have the same. It's like something was put in them with the script. So the script is downloaded in them, and they know they say the same shit that come out they fucking damn mouth. Not all of them, but most of the people you talk to is like, well, I did it because
boom. I didn't even ask you why you did it.
Right.
That's how you know you feel bad about it. Like, bro, you vaxxed? Yeah, man, I had to. I'm done talking because I can't. Whatever is in you, I can't talk it out of you. It's in you now. How about them Packers, motherfucker? I don't. Yeah. We can move on to another topic, bro, because it's in you now. I can't. And the crazy thing is, it could be me and Fook. Could be chopping up, man. I ain't getting that shit, man. No way in hell. And then 2 months later, Fook called me. Just come back and get my vaccine, man. What? Like we were so adamant together.
That happened to me. I'm not gonna say who the person is. I'm not even gonna put it out there like that. But when I tell you the conversation I had with this dude who I fuck with heavy, I'm talking about I fuck with him heavy here. And when we was talking, I ain't fucking with that shit. And do such. And then we was just talking random. As a matter of fact, after it happened, I think I called Jermaine. I was in the supermarket. And he told me, I said, what? You did what? My man, you got certain, what you said.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, bro, I told you don't have to be pale, bro, and speaking indiscernible damn moans and shit like that. There's different ways to be a zombie. If you are not in control of your own mind, bro, then you are a zombie. Period.
The crazy shit based on what Jermaine just said. This is the weird shit, but we know the reality. We can sit there and watch news. Well, I don't watch the news, but we can sit here and know that they're saying the same shit, whether it's on the news, on social media, whatever. And then you have people that you talk to, you know these motherfuckers. They sound exactly like the motherfuckers on TV. I was like, that's why I say to people, when I make my posts, I always preface, please respond based on logic and not off of fear and emotion. Give me an independent thought. That's the whole thing. Because I want to do my best. I don't know what my energy level is. I can't say if it's up here, down there, but I know my shit is somewhere. And if I'm talking to a motherfucker and I know they shit like this, I'm good. That's the reason why, like the conversations me and you don't have. There's certain haters slash trolls I have on Facebook. I just don't respond to them. But I want them to stay. I want to keep them where they are so that the goons can get them. I'm not going to do that shit because it's a waste of my energy. I'm good.
And that you better than me on that, bro. because that got my block game, bro. I'm Shaquille. I'm Elijah
Hey,
one on my block game, bro.
I done told him that. So
Yeah.
basically, what Fool saying is he don't want to use his energy. He want us to use our energy.
Right, right. Bro, because here's the thing, bro. I'm here, bro. This knowledge, wisdom, or whatever you call it, bro. It was given to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay for it. It was given to me. So whatever wisdom I have, bro, it's only right that I impart it on my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't pay for the shit. It was given to me to give to my people. If you want it, I'm not here to argue with no goddamn body, bro. That's niggas argue too much as it is, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you. Nah, dog. If you want it, bro, here's some resources. Or I've given out my personal phone number so many times on Facebook. Like, fam, give me a call. You know, so let's wrap the taste on it. I'll walk you back and get you to understand what I'm talking about. But if you just want to debate me, oh, Moors is blah 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 blah, bro. I already know the truth. I'm out of here. I don't give a fuck what your prophet told you. Here's my thing with that. I know some of our Moorish listeners are probably gonna have a problem with this. If your prophet is a prophet, shouldn't he prophesy some shit? Shouldn't he? Shouldn't he be able to say it's gonna rain tomorrow, motherfucker, or something gonna happen? I mean, something about the future, because that's what prophecy is, right?
Right.
A prophet ain't just a motherfucker that tells you about some old shit, some shit that, you know what I'm saying? A prophet should give you a reason to believe that he's a prophet, i.e., he prophesies some shit. The Bible tells you clear as day, beware of false prophets. The motherfucker call himself a prophet. I mean, you really got to show me, because you the motherfucker, they said, that's like saying, beware of false Kimonis. I got to prove to y'all I'm the real Kimoni, right? It's that easy, bro. We want some. In 2014, December 21st, 2014 is when Aquarius started waking Black people up. Not white people, not anybody else. Black people had damn near a 5-year head start with this fucking awakening. And then all the other races started catching on and waking up to shit. What did we wake up into? 5 things. Niggas became Israelites. Niggas became Moors. Niggas became
ADOS.
Islam. Fucking fake ass consciousness at that West End Atlanta, fake consciousness, and niggas might not like it. It is what it is. And that Ashe bullshit. That shit and fake ass revolution. Walking around with guns but not doing shit with them, not defending the people, not stopping police from running up and fucking in houses with no knock warrants and shit, but walking around with guns every time a nigga got killed by the police. Those are the 5 things we woke up into, bro. Israelite, Moor, Islam, fake consciousness, because a nigga eat a piece of fucking kale, now he fucking King Tut, and goddamn, I'm gonna carry my guns every time a nigga gets shot by the police. Hey. Nobody woke up into the actual fucking truth that we are what the Bible calls a tribe lost in the wilderness of their own fucking land.
And guess what? You alluded to it earlier. By design. We woke up to that by design, because as the art of war says, you have to divide, because they don't have the numbers. We have the numbers. So they have to continually put things in place to divide us. So you just named 5 things that divides us. It's so many other things that divide us, as not just as Black people, but as people in general. What?
You got some Black people that still believe that we the minority. There's still some Black people that believe that. Even though since 2015, they have been reporting, and I'm not, listen, when I say these are just facts. I love everybody, white people, Asian people. I love anybody because I created anybody. I created all of them. So I don't hate anything that I created. I love everything. When motherfucker hate me, man, that's your problem as long as it don't affect me.
Right.
Then I'll make it my problem. So when I say this shit, y'all, these are just facts. But since 2015, white people have been dying more than they've been born. And Keisha got 7 goddamn babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? How? We steady multiplying, bro. We ain't slowed down having babies. I used to teach I used to speak at a school, a middle school here in Atlanta. Bro, it's 7th and 8th grade girls getting pregnant. We ain't slowed down having no babies, but they're having less and less each year. So first of all, we've never been the minority. Look at the simple math of it, y'all. White people make up 5% of the planet's population. 5% of let's say they made up 15% of the planet's population. Bro, for them to be the majority anywhere, they would all have to be in the same place. White, it's more hunkies in Europe than it is here. You know what I'm saying? So how? It makes no sense that 5% of the planet could be the majority anywhere unless it was just they were all gathered in one spot. Does that make sense?
Based on what you just said, something that has stood out to me, it was an interview with Muhammad Ali back in the day. And he had said 40 million or 30 million black people or something like that. I was like, how the fuck he said that shit in the 60s or early 70s, and it's the same number now? Nah, I'm good. Something ain't right. That shit don't add the fuck up.
Well, they can push that because they know ain't nobody finna push back on that shit. Not even the so-called black leaders and none of this stuff. That's why the immigration issue is so huge right now. And what we do, we sit here and we cape for this immigration. Not saying that people shouldn't come over. People shouldn't be able to come over here and stuff like that. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that the more this is what people don't understand, and this is how we know that we are so politically ignorant and we don't understand politics. Every single illegal immigrant in this country adds voting power and impacts the presidential election. When we vote for the president, we're not voting as individuals in a popular vote. We're having the states do the electoral vote, right? So electoral votes are based on congressional districts. Congressional districts are apportioned based on total population, not citizen population. So you don't have to be a citizen to be counted in that state. So that means if a state has a massive influx of illegal non-citizens into dense urban areas, which that's where they're putting all these people all across the nation, then you're going to see these congressional seats being added to place. And that's why on the census they don't have a question for are you a citizen, because they don't want that question. They don't want that question there. And the court's already ruled against that question being on the census. So you see the plan, and Dr. Claude Anderson has already mapped this out, and he's already told us we're gonna end up being on the bottom of the totem pole because every other group is coming here getting resources, getting everything they need, everything they want, and we're sitting here caping for them, and we ain't getting shit.
Well, I'll piggyback off something you said, bro. I'm against it. Fuck out. Like, I'm not for kicking nobody out if you're already over here. If you're over here illegally, fine. I'm done with that. Bro, this is my motherfucking land, bro. This is my land. And I don't mind. I'm not as so radical to say, white people and everybody else get the hell out. Bro, they here. That would be insane to think that we're gonna kick Europeans off our land. But at some point, we gotta stop everybody else from coming in this motherfucker so we can claim what's rightfully ours and stop living on top of each other and get out and get some of these zillions of damn acres that nobody lives. You ever been in an airplane and look down, bro, at how much land is not inhabited in America? That's my point. Like, free the land so we can stop living on top of each other, fighting each other over parking spots, fighting each other because, nigga, you looked at my woman's skirt and you stole my newspaper, you stole my Amazon package. We need to spread out. And we can't do that if we got everybody coming over here, bro. Take your ass back to Chile or Mexico or wherever the hell you came from, man, till we figure this shit out. We need ours, bro. And like you said, we got to stop caking for black people, cake for everybody except for ourselves, bro.
Thanks.
Except for ourselves.
That with you making that statement, that's something that I was thinking about earlier, and these are conversations that have been had, and I've made sure that I put my little 2 cents in. It's amazing how you got four of us. We got 4 of us on this podcast right now. We look alike, but I could be a Christian, Jermaine could be whatever political affiliation, and y'all could be separate too. We know what the goal is, but we're gonna fight amongst each other because we don't agree with whatever you agree with. And that's the shit that get me, because we keep doing that shit while they're on the same page. It don't matter. Them motherfuckers, they on cold like a motherfucker, and they stay on cold no matter what. It's us that fight against us to make them do their thing, and they want to be down with them. And I'm like, for what? That don't make no motherfucking sense. Even sitting here thinking about it now, for anybody that really understand and watch the movie The Matrix, when you looked at Zion had a bunch of people that looked different, that thought the same fucking way. They all thought the same way. They wanted to be free. They wasn't fucking with this. They wanted to unplug from the fucking system. It's crazy how so many of y'all want to stay plugged into this shit. That scene, y'all, with fucking Cypher. I know this steak isn't real. I know it's not this, but ignorance is bliss. Ignorance ain't bliss. Ignorance is fucking death. And there's too many of y'all willing to accept that shit. That's the fucking problem. That's the issue that motherfuckers need to actually have a real conversation about.
Bro, I have sat up sometimes and wished that I was ignorant to the shit that I knew, just so I got, because these niggas look like they having a good time, bro. I ain't had a real good time in a while, man. Like, when you see some of the stuff that's going on, man, crazy thing is, I did a live about this the other day, a few weeks ago. Somebody on this, bro, all four of us might be the last of our goddamn bloodline. Somebody is the last of their fucking bloodline. Why? Because they're the last pure blood in their fucking family while everybody else took that shit. Like, we don't even know what kind of times we live in there right now. The Bible says, and I quote the Bible, y'all, because I had to read it for my job. Same thing with the Quran, Torah, all that shit. But they all say, in the last days, 5/6 of the planet will perish, right? So I'm thinking to myself, bro, I'm reading this shit like, God damn, that's gonna be blood like a river. That's gonna be They're gonna line up to do it. They're gonna line up to do it. I guarantee you, everybody on this live know 5 people that got the jab. I guarantee you, everybody on this live knows 5 people that got the jab. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing about that. And here's the thing that's gonna get y'all channel blocked. The first one kills 25% of your white blood cells, your immune system. The second one, that your white blood cells take 6 to 8 weeks to grow to
regenerate.
To regenerate, right? So they make sure that they hit your ass in 6 to 8 weeks with that second one, just to make sure they kick your white blood cells while they're down. That second one kills another 25% of your immune system. Now comes the good part, the booster. The booster kills another 25%, but adds 8 different fucking strains of bacteria that are foreign to your fucking body, to your body. The fourth one adds, I think, 85 different strains. And after that, you need the booster to live. So after that fourth one, you need to come holler at them anyway, because that's how you stay alive. So they ain't gotta beg your ass to come in no more. You be begging them.
And obviously that was the plan all along, because their goal is always to keep motherfuckers attached to the shit that they have to allegedly keep you alive. This time it's real, because and I could be wrong. If there's a doctor, like, of course, if Dr. Price was able to jump on something like that, when you start factoring in diseases or whatever, you can get healthy to get off the medication and go ahead and live. Yep. It's a difference than them injecting some shit in you that you can't get out, and now they done fucked with your blood. That's totally different. That's some different, that's some different diabolical, sinister shit that they did. Totally different.
There go y'all boy.
Hey, that's my man.
Well, as you say, it's a technical, almost semantic definition, and it is the definition for requirements. If someone says, are you fully vaccinated to be able to attend class in a university or a college or be able to work in a workplace? Right now, Kate, I don't see that changing tomorrow or next week. But certainly, if you want to talk about what optimal protection is, I don't think anybody would argue that optimal protection is going to be with a third shot. Whether or not it officially gets changed in the definition, I think that's going to be considered literally on a daily basis. That's always on the table.
Yo, man, you can't make this shit up, bro. Hey, and that was because somebody went. Fauci said it's not when, not if the definition fully vaccination will change. So it ain't. It's not if, it's when it's going to change. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
So they know it's not working. They know it's not working how they said it's going to work.
Bro, I posted on my page the other day. What does a vaccinated person and a non-vaccinated person have in common?
They can still get. They both still get.
They'll both never be fully vaccinated.
Facts. That's funny. That's funny.
Dude, man, that is sad, but it's funny, man. Like, how do you not see this shit, bro? You gotta keep getting a shot.
Hold up.
Like, I ain't never had a test.
That's what I was about to mention. And I hope people that make the little comments on my page is listening to what I'm getting ready to say right now. One of the major responses to people is, I don't see why y'all complaining. Why don't you just go ahead and get it? You wasn't saying that when we was getting this shot when we was younger. What about polio? What about MMR and all that? My response to that now is, how many shots did it take for you to not have to worry about those? Was it 4? Was it 5? Was it 6? Obviously, allegedly, those worked. If those worked and you only had to get it once, why you got to get 3 shots now? Going on 4. Matter of fact, the crazy thing is the shot procedure or the shot routine now is a fucking spades game. Right now it's 3 and impossible. Shit about to be, I got a strong 4, but there's gonna be 4 and impossible. So and you can't renege. Once you get the shit, there's no going back. That's your motherfucking ass. But these ain't the conversations that people want to have, because unfortunately, shit is starting to get real. Yeah. Like shit is really getting real, and shit's starting to line up, and it's starting to get motherfucking scary.
Bro, my thing is this, man. When motherfuckers come at me with that stupid shit, like, okay, so I did something irresponsible to my body before. Does that mean I have to keep doing it? Like, so everything they come out with, I gotta take because I took the fucking polio shot. Like, so, that makes no sense to me, because I did something wrong before, or as a kid, or whatever time frame. I have to keep doing wrong shit. That's what they're banking on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But when you took that shit as a kid, it wasn't of your own free will. Your damn parents who didn't know any better, they weren't privy to a lot of the information.
Right.
They did it. I don't know no grown motherfuckers who walking around getting fucking damn shots. Who, unless you taking the flu, you were taking the flu shot. Ain't no grown motherfuckers around here walking. Oh, I'm going to take my my booster shot or some shit. Like, no, ain't nobody doing that shit.
Bro, man.
Hey, check. I found this to be a little funny.
You ain't got no questions, Jay? Anybody got no questions? Not Lucy.
Brown, not Charlie Brown.
Listen to what Charlie Brown say, though.
I can't believe it. She must think I'm the most stupid person alive. Come on, Charlie Brown. I'll hold the ball and you kick it. Hold it? Ha! You'll pull it away and I'll land flat on my back and kill myself. But Charlie Brown, it's Thanksgiving. What's that got to do with anything? Well, one of the greatest traditions we have is the Thanksgiving Day football game. And the biggest, most important tradition of all is the kicking off of the football. Is that right? Absolutely. Come on, Charlie Brown. It's a big honor for you.
The football represents being fully vaccinated.
It's that important.
Yeah.
Turn down a big honor.
Charlie Brown represents black people.
Why should
Thanks.
Bro, Bro, that football represents so much, bro. Democrat.
Traditional holiday. It's time I'm gonna kick that football clear to the moon. Isn't it peculiar, Charlie Brown, how some traditions just slowly fade away?
I don't know why that cracks me up so much, but
It's the truth, bro. We try to kick every 4 years. We try to kick that football, bro. Every 4 years, and nothing, bro. Gay people have got more shit in 10 years than black people have in 200. It's gonna be gay parking pretty soon, bro. And unless you get out and walk like a sissy, you're gonna get a $400 ticket. They got in California right now, there's a law that's supposed to be coming on the books in June, to where you have to have so many gay people working for you.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to get like it's a question. It's a question like what's your sexual preference? So if you want that job, bro, you better hope they don't ask you to prove it. You can lie.
I wonder how many dudes in LA gonna say I'm a lesbian.
That's the move. That's the move.
See, and you can't. What I can't.
Yeah.
So
you gonna discriminate against me?
Exactly. That's a yo. If you really think about where they went with this shit, if a dude can walk into a bathroom and say, I'm gonna say I'm a woman.
Yeah.
How you gonna stop a man from saying he a lesbian?
Yeah. I identify as a lesbian.
Can't do it.
That's crazy, bro. It just told you, bro, how they're trying to make it fashionable and profitable, pretty much, to be gay. It's all part of the depopulation, bro. Two punks ain't gonna make no baby. Two women ain't gonna make no baby. In fact, the jibber jabber, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this, bro. This gonna be on YouTube, right? People watching.
Oh, this on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Fuck it. Might as well go ahead and say it. Fuck it. It don't matter now.
Well, hold up. Before you say it, get your thoughts together. Go ahead and read the disclaimer.
Hold up.
We hadn't done that in about 30 minutes.
You know what? We need to get this on a voice so we can just play this shit. We need to get this shit on record, yo.
Yeah.
The views and opinions expressed on Unplugged Free Your Mind are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Any content provided by our bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, medical institution, or anyone or anything. All right, floor is yours. Go ahead and say what you got to say, Holmes.
All right. Y'all heard that that thing costs sterilization, right?
Yeah.
But you ain't even got to take it. You know, and then you can your woman, your significant other can take it, and you'll be sterile. Is that not a sexually transmitted disease?
My Lord.
Is that not a sexually transmitted disease? As a matter of fact, that third jab I told y'all about, when they introduced 8 of those foreign bacteria to your body, one of them is HIV. They make this shit up.
The crazy shit is, it's like they have brainwashed people so bad that when certain things start to happen, they don't want to attribute that to what they did. Oh, yeah. They want to just say, "Oh, it's happenstance and it's that whatever." I know a couple right now. Like I said, y'all know I'm not gonna put anybody's business out there, and obviously I know a whole bunch of couples, but they're young. If I'm not mistaken, they're probably early 30s, very early 30s, and unfortunately, they weren't successful with having a baby. Y'all know the situation, how it happened. Let's just say they was at the hospital. And I'm pretty sure that they've been doing whatever they can to have another one. And I'm pretty damn sure it's not going to happen. Now, would they attribute that to what they did? Because I know they both did it. At least I know one of them did. I know definitely one of them did. But they aren't going to do that. And nobody's going to do that. It's like, if people have really been paying attention, it's a lot of death going on right now. It's a whole lot of death going on right now. And nobody is even thinking about attributing that to what's going on. And I got a video. It's crazy. Kelly sent it to me, and somebody else had said something about it. And it's that Australian, like an Australian funeral home director or something like that. I think I sent it to y'all. And he was saying, I have never seen so many people dying of heart issues, strokes. What else? What it was heart issues, strokes, blood clots, and it was like 2 other ones. And he was like, this is not normal, and people not mentioning that. And they damn sure ain't showing these motherfucking athletes dropping dead. They ain't showing that shit. My whole thing is, and like I said, I don't want it to happen, but we know it's gonna happen. Something gonna happen eventually with the fucking NBA. It's gonna be either NBA game or NFL game. And when that shit go down, it's gonna be, oh, this is some freak accident happened on the football field, or a freak accident happened on the NBA court. Yeah, all right.
And see, that's why I said a couple of months ago, I said they have to. The reason why the push is so hard for the mandates and for everybody to get it is because they have to destroy the control group. In any scientific experiment, you got to have a control group. The people who have decided not to participate with this jab, we are the control group. We are, because if they get everybody 100% vaccinated, they can't tell why people dropping dead. Why they don't know why. But when you got a certain set of people who have not gotten the jab, they not getting sick, they ain't filling up the hospitals. It's like, okay, what do we do now? So that's the only alternative is to keep pushing this shit.
They got, the CDC has already released data talking about climate change.
How I do. I'm your friends to make me blue.
Who was that?
That was very cool.
Go ahead. What you were saying about the CDC?
I damn near Marvin's my man, bro.
He heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah. They had
Sorry, that was my phone.
Oh, that's how it says Marvin the man. They're already releasing propaganda saying that climate change is contributing to blood clots and heart attacks and shit like that. And they're saying that pediatric cardiac arrest has always been an issue, and so has pediatric stroke. Motherfucker, I ain't never heard the words pediatric and stroke next to each other before in my life, and I'm 48 years old. They also said the climate change is contributing, the cold weather is contributing to what's called winter vagina. Look it up. Winter vagina. I don't know what it is.
This shit, when I say, all right, first off, I got a suggestion for everybody. If you haven't already watched it, the movie, the acting, everything is corny. The visual is corny, but the message is amazing. Please go watch They Live. Everybody go watch They Live with Roddy Piper. Watch that fucking movie. If you watch that movie, I put it like this, and I'm talking to people who you might be watching this show and you listen to us like they on some bullshit. Watch that movie. If you don't get the message, you'll never get it. That shit is so obvious, and it's crazy because it showed how a small group of people, they got it, and they would do whatever they can to rectify the fucking problem. And they were the outcasts. But it's always like that in movies. If you look at something like The Walking Dead, most of the people are zombies. You got a select group that got to fend for themselves, stick together, barter with each other to survive. It's always like that. If you watch the Book of Eli. Watch the Book of Eli. The main thing is he wanted that fucking Bible to do what?
Control
the masses, because he knew he was going to be able to control the masses. All these messages is out there. Don't just watch the movie because it's entertaining. Pay attention to that shit.
But
Andre
you
3000 said that. Y'all don't hear me. Just want to dance.
But you can't pay attention to this stuff when your third eye is closed. When your third eye is calcified, all you're gonna look for the movies is entertainment and stuff like that.
Woo! Are you not entertained? That's all black people want to do is be entertained. We just want to clap our hands and shake our ass, and that's all we want to do, bro. We just want to be entertained.
Yeah, L. Smith, I saw that. See, I didn't read too much about C.J. McCollum, but
that shit hurt my heart, yo. That's fucked up.
But
put it back up. Go ahead and put it back up. Go ahead, let him read it. Let him read it for himself.
Man, I can't even see the font too small, fam.
C.J. McCollum has a collapsed lung from the Portland Trailblazers. Said he's out indefinitely. I saw that scroll across the ticker, but I wasn't sure. So I know 97% of the NBA is fully jabbed, and 60% are boosted. So
damn,
yeah, that's crazy.
But see, here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. If we know about the Coliseum Circus or whatever the term y'all called it,
right?
If they shoot up all the athletes, when shit starts to go down, what they're not going to? I guess they're not going to give a fuck about entertaining nobody because ain't gonna be enough motherfuckers to entertain. I mean,
that's what meta comes in. That's where you can. That's where you can be a fucking.
You can be a basketball player.
You can be a fat, cockeyed motherfucker sitting on a couch who masturbates all day long in real life, but in the meta world, you can be a 6'6" muscular. You know what I'm saying? And nobody will ever fucking know because she probably a bow-legged, cockeyed motherfucker herself that never gets off the couch. But in the meta world, she looked like fucking, Coke bottle shape and all of this stuff. And they always say you'll have nothing and you'll love it. Like you'll literally go do work, whatever your government sanctioned job is, and you just can't wait to get back home and put on your shit because life is so fucking miserable. But in these goggles, in this metaverse, everything is wonderful. Remember Demolition Man? Y'all remember the movie Demolition Man? Remember they put it had sex?
Yeah.
I want to do the old fashioned way, but that's the way, you know what I'm saying? You do shit.
So you have heard of the metaverse, huh? And how people are really buying into it.
Man, somebody just bought some land just sold in the metaverse for 2.6 million or some shit like that.
Was it next to Snoop Dogg? I think that's the one.
Yeah, I know somebody else sold a burqa bag for a virtual burqa bag for 20 grand. Like this shit is ridiculous. That's why I'm getting the fuck off. Yeah. I don't want no parts of this shit, bro. I want nothing.
For real.
Do with this shit.
Hey, and it make you look at the Terminator movie so differently now because what was he doing every movie? He was coming back trying to kill the new version. You know what I'm saying? Because the new version was going to turn it into some other shit. He was like, no, got to take you out.
Yeah, bro, this shit is. And nobody knows how bananas it is because nobody wants to go down that rabbit hole. So when you just hear little bits and pieces of it, and you don't have all the previous pieces that got you to that point, like I tell you, you're a native. But unless you listen to me tell you how you're a native, and we've been on this planet for 78 trillion years, we've always been here, you ain't gonna believe it. So you're just gonna think I'm crazy because of my topical sentence, or I'll tell you that the jab is poison. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna believe it because you're not gonna take the time to go down that rabbit hole or listen to my supporting arguments for that. You just think that what I say is man, they wouldn't. Man, it makes me grind my teeth every time I hear a black person say, man, they wouldn't do that.
Do me a favor, Kimoni, do me a favor and tell the people the analogy that you told us about things moving fast.
Oh,
people need to hear. Like, I really hope people get this message he getting ready to put out because this shit was powerful when he said it.
Yeah, what it is, man, is like I live in the country, right? I haven't had a television in 8 years in my house. I don't watch TV at all, bro. So I'm retired, so I'm not out in the world. I sit here and I just do research. So what they got us doing, man, the average person is working their ass off, trying to maintain 1 or 2 jobs, trying to come home, feed the family. They're worried about this, they're worried about that. And they're literally running, bro. And at the same time, they got, you know what I'm saying, they're side by side with all of this shit. You got your jab right here. You got the sissies reading to your kids in school right here. You got the fucking food shortage going on right here. You got the bill that just passed, and now they're putting graphene oxide in city water. All this shit is moving so fast. You moving so fast, you're keeping up with it that you can't see the shit in your peripheral. But if you just stop and let this shit go past you, you'll be like, holy shit, you'll see it all. But we keep up with the bullshit so fast that the shit's it's parallel. You know what I'm saying? It's is that perpendicular parallel? It's in our peripheral. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really see the shit because all the issues are going this way because we don't take time to stop, let this shit go past. I tell you what. All right, I'm moving off grid here pretty soon, right? And I was telling my lady about it, and she was like, "But you don't think it's too premature?" I said, "Well, let me ask you this. If 10 years ago, I would have told you that there's going to come a time where all these things are going to be happening simultaneously. They're going to pass a bill to poison the fucking water in the country, put graphene oxide in it. They're gonna start a fake fucking pandemic, have everybody panicking, and then issue a shot that's going to kill everyone that it touches eventually. They're going to have 1 million ships off the coasts of Long Beach and goddamn Savannah, Georgia, that's going to create a food shortage. There's going to be a worldwide fertilizer shortage so bad that every country refuses to export any of its fertilizer, with the exception of the United States, who's exporting it to China. And I went on, but those are 5 right there. If I told y'all that any of those 5 was going to happen 10 years ago, I said, what would you do? What would you say it was time to do? And she said it would be time to get off the grid. But if you don't stop and think about all the shit that's going on right now, you'll never know where you're at in history. You'll never know where you're at in Revelation. You'll never know what you should be doing right now. But you know how many people, I did a prepping video this morning. It wasn't about prepping because I've done a prepping video before, but I did a bartering video, which is different. Prepping for bartering and prepping for the survival of your family are 2 different things. When you barter, you want to make sure you got stuff like alcohol, cigarettes, penicillin, medicine, stuff like that you want to be able to barter. Prepping in and of itself is making sure you got water, making sure you have a water purifier, making sure you got canned vegetables and all of that type of shit. Bro, you know how many people have no concept of prepping? Like, they don't even think that we're living in any type of dire times, and they're waiting for shit to go back to normal, but nobody can tell me what normal is. Normal has changed so much from when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never go back. The 70s were different from the 80s. 80s were different from the 90s. 90s were different from the 2000s, so on, so on, so on. No one can tell me what normal is. What is normal? The answer, man, the answers for our people, they've convinced us that our answers lie in the future. The future is a bullshit participle. It's not even a real fucking thing. It's just a right now that hasn't happened yet that you hope will happen the way you want it to happen. Y'all don't know if they're going to shut this shit off in 30 seconds or not. Y'all don't know what's going to happen when y'all get off this live. Y'all know that y'all got to go to work tomorrow. You don't know who you're going to pick up, who you're going to see on the way. It's a bullshit participle. It's a bunch of right nows that haven't happened yet. So they control the future. And if you think I'm lying, when I was a kid, there were no black facts. So look at it now. They drive the future. They tell us what they want us to be. They say what's going to be popular. They say who's hot in rap and R&B and what trends are. They control the future. Our future lies in our past, meaning we cut ourselves off from these motherfuckers. We don't listen to what they put on their radio stations. We don't worship, we don't, idolize their Beyoncés and all of that bullshit. We don't listen to what they call R&B. We don't, what I'm saying? We don't respect what they try to put out there and shove down our throats as it relates to sexuality and stuff and what a real man is and what a real woman is and all of that bullshit. If we keep on, if we do what we have to do to get back to that, bro, we'll be fine. We start growing our own fucking food. We start doing what's best for us and our people and that shit. We were fine before that. We'll never figure it out trying to look to the future because they own the goddamn future unless we go back to our past. Then they can't fuck with us. Period. Does that make sense, man?
Yeah.
On that, do me on that note with what you just said, let everybody know about the camp,
The camp. It is a boys' camp, man. And it's from January. It's January 8th through the 9th with early drop off on January 7th. Kwame Brown wants to come. He's going to be there for a couple of days. Doc Brown wants to come to see it unfold. But these kids are going to learn skills that 90, and I'm being generous here, 95% of grown men don't even know. And that is how to read a map, how to use a compass, a protractor to identify terrains, cliffs, draws, valleys, spurs, that sort of thing. They're going to learn basic rifle marksmanship, basic handgun marksmanship. They're going to learn how to fight with sticks, guns, and belts, bow and arrows, throw axes, water purification, first aid, how to properly evaluate casualty, checking for responsiveness, breathing, bleeding, shock, fracture, burn, principles of guard duty. And that's not even the best part, bro. The best part is the man talks that we have around the campfire and shit like that on what a real solid man is supposed to look. Because I make them identify, give me some examples of what not solid is, what a beta male is. You know what I'm saying? What somebody that's harmful to our community. And they have to give me examples. Then we talk about what a real man is. So the jewels, man, are what the parents, and mostly the single mom, the jewels are what they remark the most, man, because they go home with a different attitude, ready to take to the house and not create problems and that sort of thing. So, and on graduation day, to test their retainability, I make sure that when the parents come for graduation, that the boys are set up in a circuit to where they have to teach the classes to their parents just to show that they retain these skills. So it's a pretty cool class. Pretty cool camp, man.
That's dope, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of spots left. So if anybody, now mind you, he'll tell you himself.
Damn. They kicked his ass off?
No, I think he may have clicked something accidentally.
I was gonna say him and not me. Yeah, I'm used to getting kicked off shit. But hey, anyway, man, I guess I'll finish it for you. All right, you can go ahead.
That was you?
What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. It just clicked off. I ain't do shit. That was damn. You don't just have to be living in the Georgia area. He's had people send their kids from outside the country. So you definitely, if you want to reach out to him, I'm not gonna give his info out like that. Hit me up and I'll get you in contact with him. I ain't even gonna do all that on here like that. But if you want to get in contact with him, feel free to hit me up. I'll connect you with Kimoni or whatever, because this is definitely what we need. And I told him on the phone, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm one of that 98% that don't know that shit teaching. I'm not afraid to say that shit. And it's stuff that we need to learn. Because hell, when he first said that shit to me, I thought back like I lived in Newark, New Jersey. I wasn't thinking about joining no motherfucking Boy Scouts or none of that shit with the stuff that they was teaching when I should have. But I wasn't thinking like that because guess what I wanted to do? I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to go run outside and ride my bike and things like that, not realizing that there's certain life skills that you need. Certain shit that you might say your country ass cousin, I don't know why that country motherfucker doing that shit, but guess what? That same country motherfucker can fend for itself. God forbid if shit goes down. And most cats from up north, we don't know how to.
A lot of that, man. I blame brothers that's been in the military, man, because the white boys, man, when the white boys come back, they teach their people. Bro. They teach everything they learn. First aid, tactical movement, shoot, movement, communicate concepts and principles. They teach all of that, bro. When we come back, we try to forget that we was in the damn military or something, man, and we don't pass the skills on to our kids and none of that. It is, we could do a whole lot better at that, bro. There's a lot of brothers that did a lot of cool shit in the military can come back and teach our people some of this shit, man. But whatever reason they don't.
Well, I hope that everybody truly enjoyed the conversation that we had tonight, because we touched on a lot of different subjects, and honestly, we have somebody on who is willing to teach. Like, that's the whole thing. He's willing to tell you where to go find the answers. And I know Jermaine, I'm gonna say both of these cats are some researching motherfuckers, but they're not gonna do the research for you. Yeah. They're gonna point you in the right direction. Are you willing to put in the work to go ahead and do it? That's the whole thing. And these are the conversations that need to be had, and I'm thankful that he made the time to come on or whatever. Like Jermaine said from the beginning, he's a friend of the show, and that's my man. Like we don't click. That's my dog right now. Word is born. And
still got to get you on this horse though.
I knew
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen Saturday. Long as it ain't, well, it don't matter. We coming Saturday. So me and the wife are gonna be going to his spot Saturday. So I guess I'll be getting on a horse.
Well, I gotta please get some footage of that. Please.
It'll be your first time, fool.
What?
On a horse?
Man, I think when I was there the other week, that was my first time really touching the motherfucking horse. Shit. I'm gonna touch your horse and them motherfuckers kick the shit out you. I ain't think about that shit.
I love horses.
Come on down and ride, sis. You welcome to come on.
Actually, you know what? You want to hear something funny? There's one not too far from my house. It's right in the Bronx. I've been.
Oh, you up in New York?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you ever down this way before March,
of course. Okay, we'll do that.
Go down the ride, man.
So we're gonna go ahead and end on that note. We appreciate y'all jumping on for everybody. Oh, before I get off, I want to stress this to everybody. When Dr. Price was here on November 27th, we had 20 people in the room. 20. He's coming back the same time that Kimoni's going to have his camp. January 8th, same exact location, same time. Now, there's a strong possibility that I'm going to have 2 other people coming to speak. I'm not going to mention their names on here because it'll probably get us shut the fuck down. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to play myself. So just ask me who it is and I'll tell you. But here's the thing. If we had 20 people last time, we should have at least 50 there this time, if not more. But the goal for this particular event is going to be, we need to get a lot of people there who got the shot. Reason being, we're going to be able to have it on a TV screen of the people who got the shot, their blood, next to people who didn't. So you can see for yourself. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, and Jermaine can attest to this, last night I told the story what I saw with my own 2 eyes of somebody who got the shot and somebody who didn't with their blood. This person came out her face and said, you can't say definitively that the reason why his blood cells was disfigured was because he got the shot, because he could have had an autoimmune disease or some other shit. Now I'm looking at her like, what the fuck is you talking about? Have you even seen blood under the microscope? But it is what it is. No problem. Because once again, if you have 5 people who got the shot on the screen, all lined up with each other, and you have 5 that didn't, and everything looks exactly the same, the 5 people who didn't get it look the same, the 5 people who did get it looks the same, I think that's definitive. That right there is a fucking study right there. That's the goal. We want people to see exactly what is going on. That's the objective, and that's the goal. So please, if you want the information, you have to hit me up. I'm not going to post that on social media either. If you knew about it before, same location, same time, different date. But if you don't know when it was, hit me up and I'll tell you. And we got to get, the main thing is get people there. That's the main key, because we got to educate people on what's going on. Because if we don't, it's going to move a whole lot faster than what it is. And that's the objective, because right now we already know they pushing this shit on the kids. That's a problem. Straight up and down. That shit is not cool. So we most definitely oh shit. Clara said she gonna do her best to make it here. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. That's the reason why stuff like this is powerful, because you never know who you're gonna reach. And if you know anybody in the Atlanta area and you want them to come out, hit me up. I will most definitely get them the information. We have to pack that spot out without question. Because no matter what, it is coming. This ain't no joke. It's coming, but how prepared are you going to be? So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. We'll most definitely see y'all next Wednesday. With any luck, we're going to keep bringing y'all the guests, keep bringing y'all the information that y'all need. And we ain't going to stop till they kick us off. That's the main thing. We're going to keep on rocking until we can't rock no more. We've already had our first 1 week suspension off of YouTube, but it shouldn't happen anymore because of our disclaimer. And we should be good. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week, and we'll see y'all Wednesday.
Have a good night. Thanks for coming on, Kimoni.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure, y'all.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.